Millie Goats, and we are a mere 2 weeks away from week 0 college football. Some people don't respect it. Some people don't acknowledge it. Not on this show. We respect week 0. We respect all college football in its form. Every conference, we're going through them all. Well, it is August 12th, 2026. Let us be the first to wish you and yours a happy National Mountain Day. As you know, we went to App State, all of us. Shout out the mountains. August 11th was established as a day for the holidays observance because in Chinese characters used for writing Japanese, I did not read that the first time. In the Chinese characters used for writing Japanese, I guess that would be like using English letters to write Spanish. Kanji, the number 8 resembles a mountain, and the number 11 resembles 2 trees. I should have read that before. That doesn't even make sense. Chinese characters used for writing Japanese, kanji, the number 8 resembles a mountain, and number 11 resembles 2 trees. Hey! Josh. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
So glad to have you on here. I think G.U.Y.S is coming later.
Hold up. Let me get situated first.
Man. Look at that hat.
Let me get situated. I had to make sure I came on here correct.
The green rope hat is nice, man. That's a good looking hat.
I appreciate that, man. How are you, man?
I'm good. We're going to be talking a lot of football today. I was just going over the National Mountain Day, and I forgot what I put down here is describing why it was National Mountain Day, and it's just something so off the walls, but very weird. But we're going to be talking. We're going to go through. Here's how we're going to do. Now, Josh, college teammate, running back, App State, fourth quarter performance, all that stuff, man. This show has allowed us to reconnect somehow, and I think it's been a really good thing. We have a group message. We got all this stuff going on, man. So I really appreciate you coming on. We're going to talk some ball. How you been?
Man, I've been good. I think like everybody else is, man, each day I'm just thankful I'm able to attack what I wanted to do out here, so being able to show up how I want to, like, that's been a reminder, heavy reminder. But I agree kind of the sentiments about, the show. Just seeing y'all sitting around talking about sports, man, it pulled me in, and the banter. I always remind y'all that, man, like, bro, it's back and forth and it's good, but it's something that you miss about sports the most. So, even past just playing and plus, man, this just reminds me of us being on the bus like that.
Exactly. That's what it's the bus. It's the locker room. Like, you ask anybody who stops playing or has to stop playing, like, what do you miss? Like, the games are great, but you miss the practices and you miss the joking around and you miss camps to a certain degree because that's a time in your life that you never really get back.
Yeah.
I mean, you move on to other things and you apply that to other situations, but, it's tough to form those types of bonds with other people because of how much time we spent together and what all we went through, like, it's crazy. So
I agree, man. And it was just a special, time up there. Literally, like,
historic.
Which makes us even closer.
Yeah.
And for us to be able to do this. So, man, and this is this is going on almost 20 years now since I met majority of y'all. So that's crazy. And here we are, man, talking about sports and talking about the Super Bowl champions of next year, man.
I don't want to hear this junk, man. I saw something today. I was at work, and it goes breaking news, and I'll show it to you here later. But I'm not gonna reveal it yet because we got to get through some of this stuff because it absolutely. They got ESPN in a stranglehold. They got everybody in a stranglehold, man. And I'm like, it's like that. It's like some sort of spell that you put on. The Cowboys have on every single media outlet that they just can't stop.
Man, Jerry got that. Jerry know what he doing.
He sold his soul, man. I don't know what he did. That guy. He's got everybody by. He sold his soul, man. Look at him. Man, looks like a walk. I mean, I don't know that.
He's holding on, man. He's holding on. He's like,
Years
bro.
ago, he had that green stuff coming out of his head. You know what I'm talking about.
He looks. Sometimes, man, I catch him like when he's up there watching the game, where they'll show like a glimpse of him, and you just like, bro, is he there?
Telling you, man.
Is he there?
Odd.
So they put him in the hyperbaric chamber. That's what they're doing, man. They doing everything they can. He gonna make it for one.
Oh, his whole house is probably a hyperbaric chamber. Everything he gets in is a hyperbaric chamber. His car, his yacht, it just has 0% oxygen. It's just, I mean, or whatever that is, or the
Right,
maximum oxygen, whatever.
bro.
Man, it's like SpongeBob SquarePants when he goes into Sandy Cheeks' little
what's
tube.
what's up with the expanded chest area, like the square expanded chest?
Dude, I'm telling you, man, he looks like Chuck Amato up in there. Remember Chuck Amato? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's like a real thing, because I don't know if a lot of people know too, man. We were both in the same department in
Yep.
school too, so we're both in the health profession, and
Mhm.
we seeing all these guys like, hey man, how do you get built like that? Like, what made you, how did that come about?
You're probably the same way I am. I analyze people's movements and I wouldn't say physique, but the way that their kinematics all the time.
Mm.
And I marvel sometimes when I walk, I'm like, you never say anything, but you're just like sitting there just kind of registering people, be like, hey, I bet they could benefit from this. We could I want to go up to them and be like, hey, maybe do something to get those shoulders back, or put your lats
Right.
down. It's like, come on, man. Like,
We need to do some glute bridges or something, man.
dude, did you see that video of Chris Berman going around?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That
Hey.
that is an internet Hall of Fame video. Like,
The
that is
internet's been on
sad.
the internet's been on fire these last few weeks, man.
Yeah, I'm
I
telling you,
mean,
man.
between the World Cup and football season, they ain't had nothing else better to do. So they like, I just want to go terrorize on the internet for about a good 4 or 5 weeks.
That was a weird video of Chris Berman, though. I will say that. It's something. But hey,
But I'm ready for football though, man. That the Hall of Fame game last week, that it reminded me why I'm ready to see football again.
exactly. It's like you don't really realize how much you miss it. Like, it's different playing it. Like, if I was to go out there and play right now and get hit, I would probably fall apart. But the when you like when I see the game and I'm watching, I'm like, I forgot how much I love watching this, and I could watch it for hours. Like, I could just sit there and watch it for hours. So
And it was a good game. It was
it was a phenomenal game. Like, we're sitting there texting back and forth. We're like, did you see Haynes? I didn't know Haynes King could throw. I didn't know Carson Beck could throw. I mean, we're just sitting there like, we're just ripping it off, one after the other. I love it.
it's gonna be a good showdown in Carolina.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
man, that week 1 game. By the way, the Bears are going to Charlotte to play the Panthers, and the Bears are the most bet team to cover that. The most bet team. I think they have 95% of the bets and the money on Bears minus 3.5. So people think the Bears are going to go down there and just handle the Panthers without any difficulty.
but I seen some injury reports for Chicago too lately, man. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah, and
it's getting interesting up there too. They lost it with the safety
you're
this
right.
past week. Yep.
Oh yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through some NFL news and headlines real quick. Then we're gonna do our NFC East talk, and then we're gonna talk a little college football. Then I'm gonna round it out with a little golf trick. So if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. We see the numbers going up. It always does during football season, man. Like, it's you don't want to say how many, but it gets pretty more than I ever thought it would. It's pretty crazy the numbers that it gets up to. So thank you for everybody that listens. Thank you to I did a show last night with Spencer on his show with Byron for golf in the Elite Eight, and we'll update on that too. So I'm gonna pull up some slides here, okay? And we're gonna go through some of these slides around this NFL news, and then we're gonna do our NFC East talk where we ask like 6 questions and we go over some of this stuff, and then we argue about that. So before we do any of that, Chick-fil-A has a chicken and waffle sandwich. Buddy, let
That's
me
how we're
tell you.
start. That's how we're starting this.
Yeah, dude, I saw that and I was like, I don't eat Chick-fil-A a lot. I don't eat fast food a lot. But I'm a big chicken and waffles guy when I go out to dinner sometimes or go out to eat. And I might have to go try one of these chicken and waffle sandwiches. Are you going to judge anybody if they go pick? Now, I don't know why bacon's on there. That's a miss for one. You don't
Yeah,
need anything but the chicken and the waffle. Take the
I
bacon off of there. Where are you at on this?
I don't see no harm in giving it a shot.
Okay.
I have no. I don't see no problem in it. It's worse things out here that's making its rounds into everyday families.
Yeah.
But this one right here, I mean, it's chicken and waffle, and it's Chick-fil-A, so you're already kind of thinking like, how's this going to play out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wouldn't be against it.
Okay. Oh, B. McCormick says no, they can have that. No, my friend. Chicken and waffles is where it's at, dude. I'm a sucker.
What is like the topping? So they like, is it a jam that's going to be on it, or
It says maple waffles with honey butter, applewood bacon, and then it's just that's it. I guess you can dunk it in the butter, but
I don't know about that one.
I feel like again I don't eat a lot of that stuff, and I feel like it would be really good going in, and I'd be like, why did I do that the next 2 days? Because I'll tell you right now, and I'm sure you know this more than anybody. I had surgery in college, right? And I know what I eat. If I eat something out of the realm, my right knee will ache the next couple of days.
The
All those
inflammation.
inflammatory. I mean, all those inflammatory markers, man.
The inflammation. It's kind of one of those things like, you know what you're gonna sign up for when you walk in there.
Mhm.
If I eat certain things, I know what I'm walking into. It's kind of like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's that one time of the year when you're eating everything you probably haven't eaten all year,
Yes.
but you're gonna make that big plate of it, and I just know what to expect afterwards. Like
Oh,
to.
so good though. It's like, yeah, I think a lot more now of like, gosh, do I want to eat that? In college, like we had this debate about chicken nuggets in college. It was like, you're just a garbage disposal in college. But now it's like, if I eat a piece of fried chicken on a waffle, are my knees gonna hurt for 3 days?
Man, listen, man. I'm like, dude, you start making them wise choices. Like, bro, I was out and about somewhere recently, and I was on the go. So, like racetrack is big here in
Yep,
Georgia, and so they got the little grab options, and I seen something. It was like where it had like protein and it was like cheese and protein. I was like,
that's what they
man,
get you.
I don't know if it was either that or a protein shake, and I was like, I don't want to be out and about with that protein shake on my stomach,
Yep.
and that don't go right. It's one of those, you start making them type, but instead of just
Ye-
grabbing my
Yes.
college, I was just grabbing it.
Yep. Yeah, man. It is. There's a Bojangles by our house, and I'm like, oh man, haven't had Bojangles in a long time. Like I'm talking a long time, and I'm like, if I eat that, I'm going to feel awful for 3 days. Like it's not even a question.
Now listen,
So I don't eat that stuff,
anytime back in North Carolina, I'm stopping at Bojangles.
dude.
I'm
You
stopping
cannot go wrong with Bojang. What's your order at Bojang? You get the Cajun filet?
with cheese.
Yeah, buddy. Do you get the egg on there too?
I don't go that extreme. That might
Okay.
be that or it might be the bacon, egg, and cheese some days. So, but it's the Cajun
That
fillet.
Cajun.
The Cajun fillet is always clutch with cheese on it.
Gosh, man, that sandwich on a Sunday morning after.
Cajun fries. That
Yeah.
Cajun fries on a Palmer. I'm out of there.
Oh my gosh, dude. Anyway, all right, chicken and waffles. There we go. Let's talk some ball. Speaking of the hats, at howdy.hats.inc on Instagram, he's got the white with the green rope. We're getting more hats in. Everything's finally settling down around our house. So, all right. Here's the lineup. Football's back. Here's the lineup for this week. We had the Hall of Fame game last week. This week, we get an absolutely full slate. We get 6 games tomorrow. We get 2 games on NFL Network. So if you're listening in your car, pull over, get out your notepad, write this down. You're going to be watching Steelers, Packers, 7 p.m., and then tomorrow night, Niners, Titans, 10 p.m. So I think it's actually 8 and 10 p.m. because those are Pacific times. Friday, you're going to get Jets, Bucks, and 2 more other games you won't be able to watch. And then on Saturday, you're going to get a triple header on NFL Network, Bears, Browns, Chiefs, Rams, and cap it off with the Cowboys and Seahawks, 8 o'clock. I think actually it'll be 9. This is confusing me. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of football on, so just write all that down. And I'm telling you, man, we're there. We're here. I mean, we're here.
We're here.
Isn't this
And,
nice?
man, it's going to be a lot of competing going on this year. I was reading some of it, like most of the time in week 1, you would see them in there for a series or a few plays and get out. But I've been seeing there's a lot of competition that's starting jobs. It ain't no more, watch a few plays. I think we're going to go start seeing some more exciting weeks of like preseason.
And the NFL is cyclical, man. Like, everybody's like, oh, don't play your starters, like Sean McVay. And then it's now there's a lot, the Chiefs play their starters all the time. Like, and they're holding out on Mahomes. And I have my own opinion on what they should do with Mahomes because of his knee. But
The hell,
I don't know where you're at on that. But I think they should hold that guy. And I'm not just saying that. I think
it's like Tatum. I think like Tatum. They didn't hold back. Tatum came back way too fast.
Yeah. He started getting calf strains.
And you want to blow? Hey, you want to pop a tire full speed? Go ahead, brother.
I've seen Mahomes videos of him throwing, and he won't pivot. He won't step through and pivot on that and rotate on that foot because that's what the ACL does. It prevents that shearing and slight rotational force.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get his foot stuck in the ground and go to turn and twist, and you'll see him kind of hitch, and it's like I'd probably wait till that was better, in my opinion.
What week you think he's coming back?
They should give him at least 13 months. I can't remember when his injury was, but they should hold him out at least 4 to 6 weeks into the season. In my opinion, that's just me.
Yeah.
But, everybody's all about, oh, he's a freak. We've never seen anybody like him, and that's all great. And we want to, brush his ego and he's built different. And it's like, till somebody comes in there and slams their shoulder into his leg, or he goes to pivot and his leg collapses like Robert Griffin III. Like, okay.
With these turf fields, man.
That's a great point. That's so dumb. They put them all for the World Cup. They put them grass.
Yep. With all these turf fields, and I agree with you, man. But that's it. When he's back, hopefully they're gonna be clicking. But
they don't need him. But first of all,
they don't.
We looked at their schedule. Their first 4 games are. It's like the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Colts, and the Broncos are the first game. But I don't know.
You think Justin gonna be able to hold that down?
Yeah, I think Andy Reid will be able to. They'll run the football, man. They will run that football all game long if they have to. So
scratch the passing game.
Yeah, no, the Chiefs don't get blown out. So I mean, when they play the Broncos, like it'll be they bet the under on that game. Did you see the Christmas Day schedule?
I did, man. Look at the Lord.
Oh man.
Look at
I can't remember if I was excited about the Christmas Day football though, because I was just like, I like Christmas stuff on Christmas Day.
Right.
So I was a little indifferent. I like to, open presents and be with family and do all that stuff. Thanksgiving football is integrated. Football's not integrated yet.
And it's going to be. Last year I was in and out of it a little bit because we had so much of it, but it's going to be, I got split screen here, so I think I might be down this way for it. So this is where paying for the YouTube TV and the
multi-TV, the multi-channel box, dude. Yeah,
man, because that's if everything goes well for them, these are going to be exciting games. Hopefully, hopefully injuries, God willing, God forbidding, happens to any of these teams around this time. But man,
I mean, Bears, Packers, Bills, Broncos, Seahawks, Rams. That is a crazy football schedule. Now, we were all excited about last year's Thanksgiving schedule, and it turned out to be terrible because everybody got hurt.
Right.
So it's just like it was
watching and then we had all the great games on Christmas, but like you said, everybody's still not used to watching that many sports on Christmas Day. It's usually just straight basketball.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because NBA is still like, this is still our day, and it's like, yeah, football is going to destroy. The numbers won't even be close.
Man,
So,
the tailgating, man.
yeah.
Tailgating.
Speaking of the Hall of Fame game, it had 7 million viewers. That's more than the most viewed MLB game this season and any NHL game last season, including the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
The Hall of Fame game. Kenny Pickett and Carson Beck, 7 million viewers. Football's king, man. All right, some news around the NFL. Kyler Murray named the Vikings starting quarterback. Where are you at on this?
Like we was talking about in the chat, I think we kind of just seen this. Like, was JJ? I think this was the year for him to kind of prove himself, and they were putting the pressure behind him. Now he gets some time. Now they give JJ some time to develop if they can't trade him. Luckily, McConnell, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we knew this was going to happen when he got traded there.
Right.
Watch JJ McCarthy play, dude. Like, I don't care what Jim Harbaugh said about him. Oh, he's the best quarterback I've ever been. Yeah, whatever. Then trade for him, Jim Harbaugh. Bring him in. Like, come on.
Right.
He's right there. If you want him, go trade a first-round pick for him.
And then they got Carson Wentz too as QB3. So I mean, they can trade JJ. They can develop him. They can have Carson.
I think Kyler's going to have a good year
With that offense, especially with that offense how they're loading it up now, man. That was one thing last year. I mean, it was kind of hard for JJ to even do anything.
He was, and then they had the Brosmer and Wentz. Like, they had so many injuries at the quarterback, but it's just like Kyler Murray was best whenever he had a big-time receiver. Remember, he had D-Hop.
Yep.
And now he's got Jefferson. He's got Justin Jefferson and Addison. Addison's a good player, too. And don't they have Hawkinson, too? Yeah.
Yep.
They got some weapons, man.
Tight end game is good, man. I mean, like I think they're gonna have a good solid year, you know. But that NFC North is
that's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
They're gonna cannibalize each other. I mean, it's gonna be
hopefully he can get used to get hitting that cold.
Yeah. Kyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Ain't nobody gonna want to make that. You're already undersized, being that size and being in that cold. Like, that's gonna be
He's a baseball guy too, man. They don't play in the cold. Like, he was a baseball guy first. He went to Oklahoma. Then he went, I don't know, man. That's a good point. Playing out there in December in Chicago and in Green Bay.
Telling you, hey, man, don't nobody want to get hit when it's cold like that.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, that's brutal.
And he don't know how to go down.
No. It's going to be interesting, but JJ McCarthy, that was all a ruse, dude. I never believed that he was going to actually play. Do people not watch the college games that these guys play? So
he got thrown in there too soon.
Yeah. What about this guy? Anthony Richardson has likely played his last snaps for the Colts. He'll either be traded or released before the season begins. This is from Evan Siddery. Indianapolis views Riley Leonard as their long-term quarterback too over Anthony Richardson. This guy's an interesting guy, man. He's never completed more than 60% of his passes throughout his entire quarterback career. That's crazy. What do you think about Anthony Richardson?
First, phenomenal athlete.
Oh, God, yeah. No question about that.
Yeah, phenomenal athlete. I think he kind of got put in the same situation. You know, he got thrown into the fire early, and he wasn't equipped for it. Probably, kind of dipped at his confidence a little bit. Then you come back the next year, and he's supposed to have a good year, and then he gets hurt again. The second year, that's when they brought in Daniel Jones, because Matt Ryan's been there too when he's been there.
Yeah.
So I mean, you keep bringing in these vets when you're trying to develop him, then you're putting him in there. And then last year, he just had that bad situation with the eyes doing the warm up, and I think he got hit in the eye or something.
Yeah, it was a weird bandit exercise that took his eyeball out or something.
Yeah, man. I think that he's just a cause of casualty of getting these young like taking the full bet, and he didn't get time to develop. So I think he can get picked up somewhere, develop his game a little bit more.
He should go to um what's it- not Baltimore. He should go to Philly.
Mm,
You know, Anthony Richardson to Philly.
I like
I think
that.
that would work. You know what I'm saying?
I like that because he can run.
Yeah, I mean he's a bigger Jalen Hurts,
I like that.
right? You know what I'm saying?
I like that because their two is like who was the two?
For Philly,
Yeah,
it was oh my gosh, they were calling for that guy last year. I can't remember what his name is. Um,
but would you trust
Tanner
him?
McKee. It was Tanner McKee. That's who it was last year. People were calling for him, and
Would
Kenny
you
Pickett
trust
was
him?
there. Do what?
Nah, I said, would you trust him? That's the big question.
Anthony, dude, you know remember he took that. He just went off the field that one time.
Yes, that's
That big play, he just went straight to the bench. It's like, dude, this is not. This is not like
what are you doing, brother?
flag football, man. You got to get out there.
What are you doing, man? But they got Andy. I just seen they got Andy Dalton. So I
You
mean,
know, you just like I think Baltimore has it figured out. They got Snoop Huntley and Lamar Jackson. Like if Lamar goes down, Snoop can come in and run the offense. And I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but it's a similar situation. If Jalen Hurts goes down, Andy Dalton goes in there. I mean, what are we gonna do with that? Like, hey,
they gonna air it out, man. They got
yeah, uh-huh.
they gonna have to air. They gonna have to go back to rookie year Andy Dalton just airing it.
That's crazy.
AJ
That's
Green. No,
Yeah, man. AJ Green, damn, what a player. I saw this today. It says what NFL rookies spent their first paycheck on. Some pretty interesting choices here. One of them spent it on a TRX truck. Someone put in the S&P 500. One of them bought golf clubs. One of them bought a house in Texas. Jacob Rodriguez, a dude from Texas Tech, bought a mattress. Jordan Tyson, the receiver from New Orleans, sent money to his dad. Tacario Davis bought a Rolex. Denzel Boston went on a trip to Miami. He's the guy from Cleveland. Carnell Tate bought a Star Wars Lego set. And then Caleb Banks bought a tarantula and snakes. That is so many different directions there, man. And you just get to look at like what people like to do. That just cracks me up, man.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
shout out to the guys that was they pouring into that money early,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it flip for them.
None of this is
And
that bad, though. It's pretty
nah,
smart.
but you know what though? Kasuf, we living in an age now where most of these rookies are coming in with money already.
You're exactly right. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like so,
Yeah.
the whole approach to the game. It used to a lot of these guys were coming in to feed family,
Yeah.
right? They didn't. Some of them done fed their family from playing 3 years of college football.
It is kind of a fun looking list because you're just like, that's some really responsible stuff there. That's good. That's what you want to see because you never want to see the guys go and blow all their money and lose it and then be broke. You don't want to. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to
No,
see that. That makes me
no.
feel bad. I don't like it.
My
So you
boy,
want to go back like a tarantula? Is Caleb Banks? Is he a Cowboys guy? Hold on.
yes,
Okay.
no,
No, he's a Vikings guy. Sorry.
yeah.
Interesting.
Thing about Caleb Downs.
Yes, you're right. Yep.
But you know what? The guy that went to Miami, man, I can't be mad at him for going to Miami because Miami's a good time. He's young. He got some money in his pocket, and I can't be mad at that,
You
man. He's
can't
like,
be a
hey, listen,
receiver going to Miami and getting on a boat. Do they not see the Odell Beckham stuff?
no, they
OBJ, come
couldn't.
on now. You got
They
to be
might be
careful
not.
down
They Hey, listen, you got to be careful in
there. You got to be
Miami.
careful.
You got to be careful.
That's
Miami is a good time.
good for him.
Golf
The
clubs.
pan, yeah, man. I mean, it's just good stuff.
All
Good
right,
stuff.
Caleb.
The Panthers signed Darren Waller. That's an interesting signing because that Jadavian Sanders, the guy that they used to have, he got hurt, I guess. That sucks because Sanders was a pretty good athlete, but Waller to the Panthers is kind of a good move. So
I've seen him firsthand. Like as a trainer, a gym that I used to train in before I had opened up mine. It's a trainer here. His name is Route King. He trains like a lot of kids,
oh,
man.
I've seen that guy on your
Yeah, his son's a stud, man. At Ole Miss, like he's trained a lot of great athletes, but he actually trained Darren Waller when he was coming back into the league after he got
Oh,
dismissed. Man, bruh, I kid you not, like specimen for he's like 6'6". So he walks in, you automatically know, like, bro, you got to do something. And he just had a young face. So the gym was like a warehouse, right? And the warehouse
yep.
had these high beams, like high beams. And I seen this man touch. It was more than it was like touching well above the top of a backboard. And he took a run and he cleared and touched the beam in the warehouse. I said, yeah, some people are just meant to play sports.
He is a specimen, dude.
He is, man. He is, man. But I'm glad he's getting another opportunity to, seeing him
I
bounce
agree.
back.
He had that
You
whole
know,
thing with Kelsey Plum and all the weird kind of fallout with all that, and hey
get
man,
married young and living in Las Vegas, and that's
yeah, you got to have everything on dialed in here to catch it like
like that would have been my last move in Vegas, but you
yeah,
know,
yep.
but
So
cheers to him for it.
yep, good for him. Indiana Bears finalized stadium deal is expected tomorrow. The Chicago Bears landing in Indiana per the Chicago NFL. Indiana wants to include a name change with Indiana in the team name when the stadium completes.
A joke.
You knew it was going to come. When you move the team for money, the people with the money are going to say, yeah, we don't care about your history. This is our team now. And you can't say anything.
They waited till the deal was finalized.
Oh, buddy. Like they put him they got him in the screws. They got to
That's
change their logo. The Bears logo's got to change. This is Caleb Williams' legacy, dude. He got the team moved to a new state and got the logo changed.
I don't I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either.
I don't like
I
it.
think it's hilarious, but
But I don't think that's gonna. I think what's gonna happen too is that they're gonna something's gonna happen where they're gonna back out of this deal
yeah, you're right.
for this. Like
You're right.
the Indiana, it doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't. Are there even Bears in Indiana? For one, you know, who has more Bears, Indiana or Illinois? Let's look that up. Who has more Bears, Indiana or Illinois? Let's take a look here. Illinois has more Bears than Indiana. Wow. Wild Black Bears. Mm-hmm.
And you want to
There you
move it
go.
to, you're gonna turn into the Indiana Bears. That sounds so terrible, man.
They
That
can't
sounds
do it. Can't do it.
that sounds like a little league team that gets beat up on every weekend.
Yes, you're exactly Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley promised a heavy workload for Devon Achane during an interview with Rich Eisen, saying the star running back could have games in which he touches the ball more than 40 times. He's a freak, dude.
He
He's a
is. I
good
remember.
player.
I remember when App played him. Like
Yes.
stud.
I was like,
Stud. He broke like a long run on us like in the game. Fast, but dang, is that bad down there right now?
yeah, they don't. Well, he's you know, I don't know what they're going to do with Malik Willis, but I would bet they're going to be a run heavy offense. So
But
he's a player though.
40 times though. We're talking about like
He's not he's not Derrick Henry.
no.
He's a smaller back. Kobe Bryant for the Bears will miss 4 to 6 months after undergoing knee surgery. That's the guy you're talking about. Came over from the Seahawks, got hurt. Everybody said it was going to be like 6 to 8 weeks, and then he had surgery, and now it's 4 to 6 months. I don't know what surgery it was because I saw that he had a tibial plateau fracture, I think is what it was, and those are good luck.
Right.
Because those are very finicky.
Especially coming back and trying to sprint and like tackle with that type of pressure on it.
Yeah, I mean, 4 to 6 months is like best case.
But
So,
it has just said that it was going to be a few. Dang.
yeah.
They were saying he was going to be out a few weeks.
Yep. They said it was going to be like 6 to 9 weeks or something. And, that would have put him back around week 4 or 5. But now they'll be lucky to get him back by December. So, but this is probably the end of it.
Yeah, I was about to say, but then do you throw him out there? Depending on where they are.
Yeah. This is and then we got, you asked for it, you got it from the Denver Broncos. They're going old school with the Seahawks whenever they play the Seahawks. You got the orange Broncos uniforms with the powder blue helmets and then the powder blue jerseys and the silver helmets for the Seahawks. This might be one of the greatest last year we had the Buccaneers versus Seahawks. Remember the
orange
creamsicle?
Yeah.
We had that one last year, and I think Seahawks roll into town with these retro jerseys. You have no choice but to play them in your retro jersey, right?
Oh man, that's gonna be a good. I mean, hopefully both teams are good too, because that's just going to be like visually just a good game.
Yes. Well, I mean, look, the Bills tried to do the Valvoline motor oil, gray jerseys with those things are awful.
Those are terrible, man. I expect everything out of y'all for that one too.
Awful. They're the worst. They stink. And then we get something like this. It's like, why are we trying to make new uniforms, NFL? Just play the hits. These are beautiful. These uniforms right here are beautiful. The Bills retro uniforms are beautiful.
They are.
Don't send them out there in all grays. Like, what are you doing?
The whiteout last year was cold though. I got to give it. That was cold last year.
But the Bills in alternate uniforms stink. So just wear the regular ones. They do. They have a terrible alternate uniform record. They stink.
This is going to be a good. This is going to be a good jersey. Like this, those are two classic jerseys to buy.
This is this is going to be aesthetically to the eyes like the greatest thing we've ever seen.
That's going to be a clean game. That orange jersey. My eyes keep going back to that orange jersey. Like
I hate the Seahawks, but I love this uniform. I love this uniform.
That was in the early 90s.
Yeah.
All the way to Alexander.
Yes, right up to Sean Alexander. Nick Bosa, who's returning for a torn ACL, considered week to week due to tendonitis in his surgically repaired knee for Kyle Shanahan. Not good. But again, Mahomes is going to go through this too, by the way. So tendonitis is interesting because tendonitis means that it's been chronic. So if you say it's tendonitis, that means it's been going on for a while. If you say tendinopathy or tendinosis or whatever. And actually tendonitis, are they talking about patellar tendonitis? Or are they talking about what are we talking about here? Because it's not the ACL because the ACL is a ligament. So it can't be a tendon. So it can't be tendonitis.
Right.
What tendonitis are we talking about here? It's got to be the kneecap ligament. It's got to be the patella. So regardless, electrical substation. Thanks a lot.
Better go to give him some peptides, man.
Ooh.
And get him some juice.
The 49ers wide receiver coach Leonard Hankerson says Will Pauling has been the most physical receiver in the block game. He calls him the Hammer. Dude, I don't know if you listened to me last week. I put this on here because the 49ers have a nickname problem. Every time I read some information on the 49ers, we're giving out nicknames. We've got to stop doling out nicknames in training camp. This is not the Little Giants movie. Just put the tape on their helmets and call them by their name. We don't need 15 nicknames. We're not the Avengers.
The Hammer.
The Hammer. I respect it. But it looks ridiculous, and we're the only team that's coming out with nicknames every other day. We got, they called Brock Purdy the Lair King and the Flying Hawaiian for Dejon Stribling, and now we got the Hammer. It's just.
Hold on, what did they call Brock Purdy?
the layer king. That's what Raheem Morris calls him because he layers his throws in between defenders. And I'm like, that sounds like he's about to go on a chopped cooking show.
I thought he was a cake. Hey, man, you got
Yeah, man, it's like,
what are you doing, Raheem?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody around him was probably like, "Oh, that's great," and then we're looking at this like, "What are that? What the layer king?"
Right. Then they saying it on Twitter. You know what, brother? That wasn't it.
We've said this before. Every professional athlete needs somebody in their group to be absolutely. They need one of their boys before they go. Like one day, Sam came down in an outfit whenever we were up there seeing him play in Buffalo, and Virus and I looked at him. We were like, "What are you wearing, dude? You can't go out there in that." He's like, "What? This looks good." I'm like, "Who told you it looked good? We didn't tell you it looked good. You look ridiculous. You need somebody in your group. If you give out a horrible nickname like the Lair King, somebody's got to step in and be like, Raheem, don't say that again. That's ridiculous. You
Hey, just pull up to the office, to the field house. Hey, Raheem,
hey,
don't call him that no more, man.
you need to, let's pump the brakes. You said it once. That's funny. Apologize. Make a statement. Do a notes app post. Be like, I regret to inform everybody that was a mistake. I'd like to apologize to my family and the organization for bestowing that nickname upon Brock Purdy.
The Lair King.
I mean, come on, man.
The Hammer ain't no better though.
No. That's what I'm saying. We're giving out nicknames that are bad nicknames. If you're going to give out nicknames, 49ers, do good nicknames.
The Hammer.
I mean, come on.
Throw that away. I hope Raheem ain't the one. If Raheem went out giving out nicknames, we know the problem. Man.
We didn't have a nickname problem for Raheem Morris.
Hey, brother, you don't need to stick to coaching, man.
Just call that defense, baby.
Defense.
And the Buffalo Bills addressing fans' concerns after complaints of obstructed views during their first practice. We're currently addressing internal and external feedback regarding the facility's operation following the first event. We'll utilize the next 6 weeks to refine any details we prepare for the home opener on Thursday, September 17th. This is not good for the Bills, right?
This is their new stadium, right?
It's their new stadium. They're trying new uniforms. They're getting so far away from who the Bills are. We're in trouble. They're in trouble. This is not how you want to start the season. With a new head coach in a stadium that stinks and uniforms that look like Kentucky Wildcats. It's ridiculous.
Get them, Kasu.
I'm telling you, man.
Get them, man.
They're in shambles. It's no longer their division. They're not even the best red, white, and blue team in their division.
That's tough.
Do they have the quarterback in the division? No. So,
okay.
All right.
You said it.
Let's get. Drake May was in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen's never been to a Super Bowl. Okay. Now, let's move into the NFC East. Let's cover a couple of things in the NFC East, right? Let's go through a couple of Cowboys notes first, and then I'll run through what happened last year, some changes in the division, some whatevers, and then we'll go through a little chart here, and we'll fill out the chart. And answer these questions. So, the Cowboys signed Quinnen Williams, their star defensive lineman, to a 3-year, $105.9 million extension, making him one of the highest paid DLs his agent has told Rap Sheet. Where are you at with the Cowboys, your team, giving all this money to Quinnen Williams and trying to shore up the defensive line? Go ahead.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. He got paid. Like, the amount of guaranteed money he got, he got most of his contract up front.
They needed to do this.
Yeah.
Their run defense was awful.
He came in last year, man, and did what he could, aside from us just being beat up on defense.
Don't start that. Don't start the injury. You know who you're talking to right now? We had nobody. And we went into Philly and went BTA in the bank or whatever the hell they call their stupid stadium with nobody against. This is not the NFC West show. It's the NFC East show. You go ahead. Come on. Tell me about your injuries. Tell the 49ers fan about your.
Listen, this was a good move for us last year. We were just battling a lot. Our defense was terrible last year, so I think addressing the issue that was going on. You know, we got some young DNs like to help him too.
They drafted one, didn't they?
Yep.
Guy to UCF.
Yep. Young, raw talent, but we got a vet. We brought in a vet too. So I mean, but this, I liked him since he was at Alabama, man.
Yeah,
Very physical guy. Like you're not
he's
gonna
a
block.
monster.
Yeah, you're not gonna block him. I actually like when him and his brother played for the Jets, man. That was dope to me.
Yeah, the football's going back old school, man. People are going to be running the football, and you need people like him.
Because he's physical. He's physical. He's still quick, and he's quick on his feet. I don't see nothing wrong with that money, and I'm glad that they paid him up front. Because then they get 2 years out of him, and then the next year he just becomes he got a low contract that you can trade.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about. The breaking news. I'm at work. I'm doing my thing, and I see breaking news, and me and one of the people that I'm working with, we look on the TV and it says breaking news. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And you see the Cowboys emblem, and it's like, did Jerry sell the team? Did they actually finally make a trade? And no, it's breaking news. The Cowboys are the highest valuated sports franchise in the world. And I'm like, what? For $15 billion? What? How is that breaking news? At what point is that breaking news to anyone? Who cares? That's this. Look, let me break it down to you like this.
All right.
That's $15 billion, right? Over the last 30 years, they haven't won diddly poo. So this is the worst investment in sports. They've been investing $500 million into this franchise basically every year for the past 30 years to get nothing but the most valuable franchise. This is worse than the college football playoff because wins and losses don't matter. Like they just play they just play the hits. Jerry Jones makes a trade, hires a coach, doesn't win any games, and everybody still talks about the Cowboys. They are the college football playoff. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't see the Niners on this list. I think that's.
I didn't even think about a rebuttal for that point.
That's
a good point.
Hey, we've either look over these past 30 years. We go over this yearly. We beat everybody to the couch first.
That's right.
Sometimes we beat it, but we were watching the championship game together.
We were.
And they said, well, we made it to the Super Bowl 2 or 3 times. Well, that just means you got closer to getting beat. I would have rather just been at the house. I was cool with being at the house.
I agree 100%. That last Super Bowl, we were live on this show, and I was like, I don't know if I can watch another one. If they're guaranteed to, if they have to guarantee me a win in the Super Bowl next time, because I can't do that again. That was brutal. I mean, the way they lost, it's awful. Like you said, I might as well just rather them lose before the Super Bowl.
Because I mean, we go in there and we'll go in there with a team and about momentum, man, and injuries, and like we was talking about I think it was 2 weeks ago, that team where Des Bryant, when he caught that ball and they didn't count it inbounds, that team, I would have trusted that team to go to the Super Bowl with, because that team was stacked, it was evened out, and it's like one of Tony Romo. It was a year with Tony, and then it was a year with Williams when he played safety. That like we were still trying to bounce back, and we just had a real good year. But we won.
Roy Williams.
Like we just had I remember we had a real good team around that time, but we weren't that like. It wouldn't have been trust. It would have been one of the ones where it's like being the AC going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, but 15.5 billion. There's a reason why people are spending money, man. We're America's team, brother.
Oh gosh,
we're the world's team. We're the world's team now, because since the NFL is traveling around the world now, who don't want to be a Cowboys fan? As stressful as it is at times, like
it's not stressful. You guys start the season, everybody's hyped. Then you start sucking, and then you lose to the Niners in the playoffs. It's the same thing every year.
Dak pulling his hamstring off the bone, man. I was so man. Listen,
I
you know,
always have that. I always have that picture in my mind when they put Zeke at center.
bro, what are
Oh,
we doing here? See, that's why I'm saying some of those teams didn't deserve to be at the top. Like we need to go through some years of some real struggle because when we back on top, oh y'all ain't gonna want to hear nothing from us.
you're not. I don't. If they make a run in the playoffs, I don't know what you could equate that to on the internet.
I do.
Like, you know what I'm like? I don't think there would be another event in sports history that the internet would be absolutely as unbearable as it would be if the Cowboys made a playoff run.
The Knicks when they won the
Okay,
finals.
that's a good point.
The Knicks when
That's a
they
good
won.
point.
New York was a wild place. New York
But
was a wild,
it is,
wild place.
but football's still so much bigger. Like, you would have
So
to multiply that by like 5. Oh my gosh, dude.
there you go. There you go.
Come on, B. McCormick. It is every year's the Cowboys year.
Man, he gonna understand, man. Because we're gonna jump on board eventually
I
one day, man.
absolutely not. Never. It makes me so happy every time we play the Cowboys in the playoffs. I'm like, that's an automatic win.
Oh well, you got to get out of here. See, man. I thought we was gonna be cool, man, on this show, man. Cordial.
No, absolutely not.
All right. Let's see. All that got thrown out the door at this point now.
All right. So here's what we do: we pull up our little chart here and we fill this out.
All right.
You get a box, I get a box, and I know pretty much what your box is going to be, how it's going to be filled out. But basically, we go through the quarterbacks, we go through the receivers, we go through all kinds of stuff, and then we pick our answers. I ask a few questions, and then we fill these out, and we'll save them for later. So last year, NFC East, Eagles won. They were 11-6. They got bodied by the 49ers at home in the playoffs. The Cowboys finished second at 7-9-1. Don't forget that tie. Commanders were 5-12. They had Jaden Daniels get hurt. The Giants, Jackson Dart got hurt. Scatterboo got hurt. Neighbors got hurt. So NFC East was in shambles last year. The Eagles win it. They're the first back-to-back champion in 20 years. John Harbaugh comes in. The Cowboys add Caleb Downs in the draft, number 11 overall. Awesome safety. I will admit that. I was really mad that they drafted him because I didn't want to admit that was a good pick.
Great.
They franchise tag Pickens. They get Kobe Durant in the offseason. They sign Quinnen Williams. The Giants, they traded Dexter Lawrence. They get the number 10 overall pick. They drafted Arvell Reese, and who else did the Giants draft? In the first round.
I think they went with was it O lineman?
Yeah, I think you're right. Francis Maoga. It was the dude from Miami, the offensive lineman from Miami. Yep. So they extended their general manager. The Eagles, they signed cornerback Tariq Woolen. That's a good. And Jonathan Grenard from the Texans and the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Mekhi Lemon, and they brought in Sean Mannion as their offensive coordinator. And the Commanders kind of just wanted to get back to – they lost Deebo Samuel. They wanted to get back to normal. They got pretty young on defense, but one of their offensive linemen, Laramie Tunsil, just tore his triceps. So
I seen that.
bad.
Yeah. That's tough. That's tough. And they didn't get Brandon
They didn't get Brandon Ayuk. No, they signed Stephon Diggs. That's who they signed.
They signed Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
That was a good pick. That was actually a good pickup, though.
It's a good pickup. That'll help. I like Jaden Daniels. I hope he bounces back. Like, I like watching him play. I don't want to see. It's just, man, he's so frail. He's thin. Got to call it like we see. He's very thin.
Got to put some size on, brother.
Yeah. So all that being said, where are you at with the NFC East? Where are you at? Where's your initial? I know you're going to be biased, which is okay. But what do you think about the Eagles? What do you think about the Giants? What do you think about the Commanders? Then we'll talk about the Cowboys.
The Giants going to be that's rebuild. That's rebuild time.
Okay.
I like Harbaugh there. I think they're getting Scatterbo back. They're getting, Dart back. They brought in Odell.
They
The
brought in
defense.
Isaiah Likely. They got
Oh
Isaiah
yeah,
Likely.
Brian's Isaac. Like they're low, but I think still though it takes time to put that together in order for that to be because you're going against a veteran Philly and a veteran Dallas. Like they've been together for a while. New York hasn't been together enough for me.
Yeah, they're young and their offensive line's still pretty good. I think they've got a pretty good left tackle. I
Hmm.
think their defense with who they've got is going to be because they've got what Brian Burns and Arvell Reese
And
and the
Tip
dude
with
from
it. Thibodeau.
Abdul Carter Thibodeau.
Yep.
Like they
So
got some dudes on defense, man.
but they're talking about trading Thibodeau because they
Yeah.
was talking about his production. But I still think it take because you got a brand new coach and New York is that's a money. It's almost like these other like LA and Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Money is involved, so it's going to be some moves being done that's outside of just football. But I mean, they'll be cool to watch. I think it's going to be good to see Odell back in New
That'll
York.
be awesome. I'll admit that.
Yeah,
That'll be cool.
I think that would be good for them, a good energy. But I don't I don't see them being at the top of the pack. Um, the Commanders. What did they end up? Did they end up re-signing Fred Warner?
You mean Bobby Wagner?
Bobby Wagner. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Did Commanders sign Bobby? I don't know if they did or not. I know that was a yeah, they did. They signed him to a no. I don't know. They didn't. It doesn't say.
Stuff.
Huh?
They now they I don't expect a lot out of them. One because Jaden Daniels just coming back off an injury. He's who you gonna throw to? Like it's
Yeah,
outside of you got Brandon McLaurin. Now it's gonna be a fight over. I don't know if Diggs understands he's gonna be the two there or like
yeah.
a
That's
hierarchy.
a pretty good punch, though. Leo, I mean, with the Commanders, by the way, they signed Leo Chenal. I think he played for the Chiefs last year, and then
Tight
they drafted Sonny Styles, so they didn't bring back Bobby Wagner.
So defensively, I think is where they're gonna be a struggle. Offensively, I think they can put that back together. If Jaden Daniel comes back in healthy,
Agreed.
and they protect him well. Make sure the running game is solid. He's gonna have the receivers, but actually, I would see New York being over
I can see
Washington.
that.
I can see Philly. I mean, I can see New York over Washington. Philly and I think New Philly and Dallas were going to be the ones that's going to be like really battling it out this year. Um, they said Jalen Hurts came back. He looks faster. He's put on some size. I think they're going to figure out the passing game now with AJ Brown gone. Um, but they brought in what's his name? The receiver Lemon. Is it
Yeah, Makai Lemon.
Makai Lemon? Which was he was an athlete, man.
Yeah, he was.
He was an athlete, but they still got a heavy offensive game. Like the run game is still there. I think they're
Yep.
gonna rely on Saquon again, and really like what we was talking about. The running game is back.
Yeah.
They got the tight end situation. They got the tight end situation going there, which I like. I see what the NFL is trying to do here.
Oh yeah. They want these dynamic tight ends.
I,
Everybody's
s-
going big tight end sets. Sean McVay's trying to you know
I
get
can see it.
multiple on them.
I can see it. So I think with them involving it, getting their tight end because they got the tight ends younger now too.
Yeah.
So I think with running that, it's gonna be hard to balance all the game plan for them because now
Their
with the running
defense is still
game,
really good too.
yeah, man, that's. But I feel like offensively, this is where we're gonna be able to stand out because if we repaired our defense with the picks, the Quinton bringing in Caleb Downs, like offensively, we brought back Pickens, him, Lamb, our run game on point, Dak. Like I think this is gonna be a good year for us if we stay healthy.
Yeah.
I think health wise, that's what's gonna be the hold up for us. Something freakish that happens, or we're gonna run through the season. We're gonna run through the season like we should. But Philly's gonna definitely be. I call Philly being second. Washington and New York is a toss up. I think if New York catch his rhythm and they get like this new energy that would bring it back Odell, which I think is going to help, and Scatterbo and the whole Jackson Dart movement, that'll put them. They'll build off of that momentum. But I think Washington, Jaden Daniels coming back, unless he comes back, man, and he's full speed and they clicking. I don't see it being a good year for them, the Commanders.
I will say this: the Dallas defense doesn't have to be the best in the league. You just can't give up what they give up last year. Hold on, I think I got it right here.
It was terrible last year.
They gave up 30 points per game.
Right.
That's last. They were giving up 30 points a game.
How many rushing yards a game was it?
They gave up 125 rushing yards a game. That was 23rd in the NFL. This whole division was awful against the run. Awful.
They were. New York was terrible against the run.
Yep, they were 31st. They gave up 145 yards a game,
which is crazy because you look at the D line that they had.
We just talked about it. They got four first-round draft picks up there outside. I don't know what do they run, the 3-4? I don't even remember.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, and it was Burns. No, it was Abdul
Carter. Yeah. So, and the Cowboys were 31st in passing yards allowed. They gave up almost 270 yards a game passing.
We beat up in the secondary, and then Diggs had the mysterious I can't play this week, or they weren't addressing him.
Outside of the Eagles, the defenses in this division were just horrible. All across the board. Rushing yards allowed, passing yards allowed, points per game. Terrible. Just
injury bug for us. I can't speak for them other three.
But it's just okay. So here's what we do, man. The favorite to win this division is the Eagles. The second favorite is the Cowboys and the Commanders and the Giants. We're gonna do the division picks. I know who you're gonna pick, but I'm just giving you the favorites depending on the betting odds, But which quarterback is going to surpass their over-under touchdown prediction? Meaning, is Dak Prescott going to throw more than 27.5 touchdowns this year? Is Jackson Dart going to throw more than 19.5 touchdowns? Is Jalen Hurts going to throw more than 22.5, or is Jaden Daniels going to throw more than 21.5? If you had to put a stamp on who's going to outperform their touchdown passes for the year, who's it going to be? Let me just go ahead and write that in for you. Say it, dude. I know what you want to say. You don't have to. You don't have to come on here.
It's Dak Prescott.
Because that's what I was going to say. 27.5.
They're going to kill it.
Yeah, that's way too low. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're going to kill it. But I mean, but I can see Jalen. Easily.
Jaden Daniels is the other one that's kind of low. It's 21.5 that he, they're saying he's only going to throw 21 touchdowns.
As a bet man, I could see him doing more, taking the over under on it.
I don't trust Jalen Hurts. I don't trust Jackson Dart because I don't know if Jackson Dart's going to be healthy.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Jackson Dart either.
He's
just learning how to slide.
Dude, yeah, it's him and Scatterbo are just we play the game hard. It's that's great, dude, but eventually you're not going to be able to play the game.
Yeah, they're good for New York.
You think 27.5 is too low for Dak? You think he's going to throw 30-something? You think he's going to throw close to 40?
I think this year between Lamb and Pickens, we're definitely going over 27 to 40. To 40, over 40 would be a stretch.
Matt Stafford did it, but 27.5. I agree with that. I'm 27. I thought it was going to be in the 30s.
If our tight end, you know what? If the tight end has a good play and
Ferguson?
that, yep. Wish they're wanting to have a good season out of him, and we drafted a tight end too. But yeah, he's definitely going over 27. He's definitely going over 27.
Receiver. Which receiver is going to go over their receiving yards total for the year? Is it CeeDee Lamb at 1,199.5? Nobody on the Giants. Is it nobody on the Eagles? Is it Terry McLaurin at 924.5, or is it George Pickens at 999.5? So you got basically 1,200 for CD, 1,000 for George Pickens, and then 924.5 for Terry McLaurin. Who's going to go over that total? I think it's going to be Pickens.
Pickens, just because CD is still the number one option on that team.
Yeah. Pickens is nice though.
Yeah, man. Like with anything that's gonna be inside of like 30, I would be looking for Pickens.
His body control and like ball tracking is. He'll do something where you're like, that's the greatest receiver I've ever seen. And then he'll do something completely stupid where you're like, that guy doesn't know what he's doing.
He's a loose cannon. He's a, you know what I'm saying? Like he's
yeah,
great on the field, but you got like
he's a Pittsburgh wide receiver, man.
He is.
He is. Mike Wallace back in the day. Or who was it? It was who's the guy?
Yeah, Plaxico.
Martavis Bryant. Plaxico
and Hines Ward.
Yep. Yes, Hines Ward.
Santonio Holmes. Hey boy, you got to come correct if you're gonna be a receiver in Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
The matter of fact, did you know where Pickens went to high school? Hoover. He's a Hoover guy.
Alabama?
He's a Hoover guy.
I didn't know that. Man, shout out that show back in the day. You remember that show?
Yeah, we was in school when it came out.
What show was that? Was it just Hoover?
Nah, it wasn't Hoover. It was
man.
Hold on, while we sit here. But he's a Hoover product, man. I was just doing some
2 a days.
2 a days.
That
was my first time seeing Julio Jones too in action.
Really?
He was on that, man. Good Lord, he tore Hoover apart.
I was watching some of his highlights the other day. Somebody made a compilation of Julio Jones. That man made other grown NFL football players look like Pop Warner dudes. He was unreal.
That was quick.
His route running. Oh, yeah, quick.
That was quick. That was quick height and athleticism put
that
together.
Had been running routes his entire life.
Man.
Because Quick had only been running routes for like 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? So this man been breathing and living the game. And not to mention you had Matt Ryan just putting it on the money for him all the time. Like that tandem was, I know we're talking about the NFC East, but that tandem, that was a crazy tandem here for a while.
That's up in the best quarterback wide receiver tandems ever.
I think it's like
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I think it's like top 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm telling you right now, Julio's ability to run routes at that size. Holy
How you gonna stop it?
They couldn't. I was watching it. Nobody could.
So, but who's gonna stop Pickens? Like, you're gonna have to worry about Pickens, and you're gonna have to worry about CD.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a conundrum. It's just, can Dak make the throw when he needs to make the throw?
Come on now.
Dak will do something. Hey man, I watched it.
Come on now.
He did in the playoffs.
You know, Dak's never
runs on slides when they have no timeouts yet. What's he doing?
What's he doing? Dak's
always watching that. Like, what did he just do?
I turned the TV off when he did that shit. I ain't gonna lie, because I was so confused, and it's like, bro, this never ceases to amaze me. It wasn't even my TV, actually. I was at somebody
else's TV.
Turn this off, man. I don't want to look at
this. All right. Let me ask you this. How about a defensive question? Can any defense in the NFC East get into the top 20 rushing yards against? Right? So the Philadelphia Eagles were 20th last year. The Cowboys are 23rd. The Commanders are 30th. The Giants were 31st. Who's going to get into the top 20 in rushing yards allowed in a good way? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Hey, man. I go back to the home front. If it ain't us out of our division, it would be Philly, because that D line is still just
I think it's gonna be the Giants. I think Jim Harbaugh is gonna get that thing. You can't have that much talent on your defensive line
and not do
and
well.
be that bad. I just don't believe it. I think that was a coaching error.
But we're talking about Jalen Carter. We're talking about Jalen Carter,
Yeah, you're right. And
Jordan
who's
Davis.
Jordan Davis? That's the other one.
Talking about the DN. He's the other DN from Georgia, the young boy. He got hurt last year actually, so he'll be back.
Yeah,
So I mean, but yeah, I agree. Jim's going to definitely shape them up to be a better team, but that Philly defense. You made a point earlier with that.
yeah. It's the okay. Next question: which coach would have the hottest seat if things don't go right
Mm.
in the NFC East? Come on now. Which coach is going to get the hot seat here?
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be in Dallas. It wouldn't be in New York.
No.
Probably Dan Quinn.
Mm.
Probably Dan Quinn. I think just because
You got the quarterback, man.
you got the quarterback. Washington don't like keeping a coach for long no more.
Yeah.
And I like Dan Quinn for them, but yeah, I think I think make Philly. I don't
I'm
know though.
putting Philly. I'm putting Sirianni because it's
Yeah,
Philly. They're always on the hot seat, dude.
right, right.
They're
They
the
like
hot
love it,
seat. They won a Super Bowl. They were on the hot seat.
but that's why I couldn't pick them because I mean they're always. I think Quinn is one of them situations they do bad, they're gonna get him up out of there,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because
Again, but you got the quarterback, dude.
if he's healthy,
Yeah, you're
they
right.
give him. If he's healthy, they're not gonna give him a pass.
All right. Which team's going to hit their over under in win total? Meaning DraftKings and some of the betting markets have the Cowboys at 9.5 wins for the year. They have the Giants at 7.5. They have the Eagles at 10.5, and they have the Commanders at 7.5. Who's most likely to get more than what that total? So they're saying, can the Cowboys win 10 games? Can the Commanders win 8 games? Can the Giants win 8 games? Can the Eagles win 11 games? I don't think the Eagles really win 11 games, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
you want me to just go ahead and put the Cowboys there for you?
man, you might as well, man. Why you feel? Why the hand is hot? Why the hand is hot? But I mean, as a betting man,
Come on, spill it. You think the Cowboys are going to win 10.5 games or 11 games? Or
yeah,
hold on.
I think we're gonna get on the roll. I
Oh,
think
it's
we're gonna
9.5. So they have to win 10 games. That's it.
yeah.
Okay.
I think we're gonna do well just because of the fact like in our non-conference, we're gonna be on a heavy roll in our non-conference.
Well, they get the opening games, that Sunday night game at the Giants. Then they go to the Commanders. Then the Ravens. Then the Texans. Holy smokes, dude! What a schedule. Huh. Then the Bucks. Then the Packers. Then the Eagles. Then the Cardinals. Then the Colts. Then the Niners. By the way, you're coming on for that show. After that, then you get
I'll
the
be
Titans, Eagles. This is a brutal schedule. That's terrible.
the Titans. That's an easy like
Titans are an easy win. The Cardinals are an easy win. But
the first
outside of
4 weeks. The first 4 weeks.
Giants, Commanders, Ravens, Texans. Y'all better not lose the state championship.
No, we're not losing. We're not losing it. Houston. CJ don't look prepared for the
He
season.
does not.
He don't. He something rattled him last year.
Yeah, he was kind of wide eyed last year.
You
That
know
was
something.
weird.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the season. He came back. He didn't look. He didn't look healthy.
Yeah, he looked. That's because I wanted him to be good too, but that was weird. That was just a weird. Dude, the NFC East has a brutal schedule, man.
We're gonna be good though. That first four. That's 4-0 in the first 4 weeks.
Oh my, what?
It's 4-0 in the
Okay,
first.
Giant at the Giants, Commanders at home, hosting the Ravens at the Texans. You're saying 4-0.
especially against the I think we're going to beat the Ravens on the simple fact we're hosting them at home.
Mm-hmm.
New coach, still finding the rhythm. If they beat us, that's just all. That's just because Lamar just went crazy.
Yeah,
I think we're going to
that's
shut
a tough.
there.
That's a
We're
tough
going to shut
opening schedule, man.
the Ravens game is. I don't think the Houston game is. I mean, defensively, Houston. Um, but they offense like Tank Dell just came back.
Yep.
Like the running game, I think it's all new running backs now.
Let me see the
Same
Giants.
man.
The
The
Giants.
Packers. The Packers will be a good game. The Packers are going to be a good game. Who else did we? What do we have midseason?
Midseason, they had the Packers, the Bucks, the Eagles, the Cardinals, the Niners, the Colts, Titans, Eagles again, Rams, Seahawks. NFC East plays the NFC West this year.
Now,
You got the Jags. Whew, that's a tough schedule, man.
when we play that stretch, with the NFC West, that is probably going to get a little sticky. That's going to get
That's some good defenses there. The
yeah.
Cowboys got to play a lot of good defenses, so that's going to be fun for the Cowboys because you get this high-powered offense against some of these really. I mean, you got the Texans on here, really good defense. Eagles, really good defense. Rams, really good defense. Jags had a good defense last year.
They
The
did.
Seahawks, like, there's some good defenses on here, which should be some really fun matchups.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going with the Giants over 7.5. I'm not saying they're going to win the division.
I'm with you on that. I can see the Giants over 7.5.
I think they get to play the Browns, they get to play the Saints, they get to play the Titans, the Cardinals. Like,
They know they in the rebuilding season, man.
oh yeah, I think they could do it.
They in the rebuilding, but they know what they're doing because they gotta build them. They gotta build New York, the Giants, back up to
Oh yeah,
carry it's the moneymaker. What they were like? What, third on the list and most?
yeah. The whatever that thing was, the valuation.
Yeah. So when we talk about
Valuation is,
schedules, you got an easy schedule. You got a tough schedule. It's for a reason.
dude. The NFC East has a ridiculous schedule. That's crazy. All right, who wins the division? Let me just go ahead and do this, huh?
Man, you already know who's winning the division. You already know who's winning the division.
I think the Eagles are going to win it again. And I hate the Eagles, dude. I hate them.
I think everybody does.
I hate the Eagles.
If it
There
ain't
you go.
if it ain't the Eagles, then everybody hates the Niners.
Hey, hate us because you ain't us because we're playing in the Super Bowl all the time, in the playoffs all the time. We don't even have half our team. We're in the playoff. We're beating the Eagles at home without anybody. Talk about elite quarterback. Brock Purdy's an elite quarterback.
You gonna stop bragging about them second place trophies too, though.
Well, hey,
They don't even get. What do they give you if you come in second? What do they give you if you lose in the Super
NFC
Bowl?
Championship ring. I know that. That's
I
ring
mean,
game.
I mean, if it ain't the big show, then what is it then?
Dude, I hate the fact that they've lost 3 straight Super Bowls. Like, it's just brutal. It's brutal. Like, I mean, you would know because Cowboys even sniff a Super Bowl, but it's brutal to get your team to a Super Bowl and watch them lose.
Our brutal is making the playoffs, not making the.
Well, the Cowboy, like, just think about how they've gone out in the playoffs the last like 15 years. Tony Romo drops the snap. Dak Prescott slides. They got Zeke at center. Like, it's just a calamity. Like, when they lose in the playoffs, I don't know how they
It's
just started
bad.
puking all over themselves. The Cowboys are the worst playoff losses, worst ways to lose playoffs ever.
You think we need to? You think Because I used to like, all right, we need that off game so that way we can bounce back and be ready for the playoffs. No, we need to play into the playoffs. Then we played into the playoffs and got our head bent in.
They don't need to do if they get in a position where they can rest players, they don't need to do that. Given the
No,
history of they got to keep these guys at the facility and engaged.
because if not, man, like we've had every scenario, and I don't like the scenario of playing off a cold or off week. Like
Mm-mm.
I
No,
don't know.
it's gonna be a fun season, man. I can't. College football news: Tulane dropped the city edition of the Mardi Gras uniforms for the 2026 season, and these are these are filth. I mean, they got the beads on the helmet, they got the hat on the green wave, they got the
I like that.
whatever the Argyle pattern on the stripe, the helmet stripe, the green uniform. These are filthy.
I like that. I would like to see
That's
that. I would have maybe wanted to see a dark, maybe a purple pants with that.
ooh, yeah. That'd be
You
look at
know,
this collar, dude. You see this collar here? It's the same thing as the strap or the stripe on the helmet. They got a
that
king's cake on the helmet decal there on the front.
is that an Argyle? Is that an
Yeah,
Argyle?
it's an Argyle collar. That's
Okay,
that's nice.
okay,
I
okay.
You know what else I like about this? They did it as soon as Florida dropped their uniforms because the coach from Tulane went to Florida. So as soon as Florida dropped their uniforms, Tulane was like, "This is a uniform, buddy. Get that
That
Florida
is.
nonsense out of here."
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's gonna look clean on the field too.
Oh, it's gonna look beautiful. I don't
Mm,
know when they're wearing it. Um, Northwestern football got a $35 million gift from the
sheesh.
U.Lines. Yeah, that's supposed to come in the next 3 years. It's intended for holistic football success, for the recruiting and for broader program. See, this football, like this is the SEC got themselves in trouble by saying we can pay players and you can transfer wherever you want because this is Big Ten money, dude. Like
It's
you
old
got
man.
people in Indiana and Northwestern, like, oh, all we have to do is give money to our football program. Oh, okay.
God,
I mean,
late 30,
that's
35 million just for the use for football.
yeah,
That's for
that's crazy.
football alone. That's not counting your other sports.
Uh-uh.
Man, I went to a meeting with they do like the app tour and they were talking about the money. And there's like most schools have like a $20 million like play around, money that they can utilize. And he gave us apps number too as well, which is nowhere near that.
Yeah.
But um man, that's hey, you want better athletes on the team. There you go.
That's it. It's great, but it's also like that sucks that's you know everything's just follow the money. Like I'm not saying don't pay the players or anything, but I'm just at some point there's got to be some structure because it can't just be
Money.
because other schools can't do that. Like there's just you just don't have the alumni base, and it's going to make the haves and the have-nots. And I just you know, again, I don't blame the players because they're 18, 19 years old,
Right. Right.
right? They should get compensated for their work, but they shouldn't be the ones making the decisions on how the logistics are run in this organization that's $1 billion business, like multi-billion-dollar business, right? So
You starting I mean, we're seeing it evolve to where you got GMs. I seen somebody they're trying to purchase UNLV, like
yeah,
the athletic department. Seeing that, bro. Like that's what sports is getting to. I mean,
that's what I'm
it,
saying. We got to get some rails on this thing before it just becomes who can spend the most, because
yep.
that's not fun. That's not fun. It ruins the underdog stories. It ruins team building. It ruins development of players. Like it's just not. That's not how it needs to be.
You hit it on the nail. You'll start to see the decrease of Cinderella stories, and also I feel like you'll start seeing the rise of D2 programs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's that's why you watch the FCS playoffs and the D2 playoffs, and you're like, man, this is football at its purest.
Yep.
Like it's not like I'm watching the D2 championship or I'm watching the FCS title game, and I'm like, some of those guys are getting paid, probably not a lot, but it's pure. It's just like,
I still got to
they're-
get
yeah,
yeah, I still got to show up.
yeah,
As where some guys they've probably made enough money to really take care of themselves in the first 2 years of school.
that's great. I mean, it's
That's
but
crazy.
it is. And how about this from the Michigan quarterback? He goes, uh, Michigan quarterback Bryce Underwood on how different the Ohio State game is from any other. He says, "quote It's just another game, just with guys in different color. That's how I see it. This is what we're doing in football, man. What are you talking about? This is the greatest football rivalry in college football. Ohio State, Michigan. Like they call it the game. Ohio State marks out every M in the city or on campus for this game. You can't come in there with that attitude. You got to say, I hate these guys with every fiber of my being, when I'm on that football field forever. And I'll never not hate them. I'll respect them, but I hate them.
It falls back to what we was just talking about, like with teams now, man, and it just being about money. Like most of these
Yeah.
guys, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying he's not proud of what school he goes to, but he's like, I'm here to. This is my job. I think they're starting to look
Yeah.
at it like this is really my job. Like I'm here for a job. When the job ends, or like I transfer, or I go to the league, then I go to the next one. Whereas, like, back in our time, back in our day,
Hey.
transferring was like a huge thing, and like you would have had to sit out a year, or you was,
Yep.
you were making some real big decisions. Now, man, they just like, hey, man, this is like how people do work now. Like I
Yeah.
stay somewhere for 2 years, update my resume, out of there.
Yep. Which is sad because I don't want that answer for this kid. Like we're robbing them of that emotional investment of this game. And that's what makes football the best. Is that
Yes,
you're so emotionally invested in the game that it it what's hypnotizes everybody that's involved with it at that moment. And when you come in and say, "Oh, it's just another game," it's like, man, is that what we're doing to these kids? We've made it so much about money and we're losing the true joy of the game because we're trying to develop these kids so early with all this stuff. Like you
it's the
gotta
norm. It's
you
the
gotta be a
norm to
kid,
them now.
man. Be a kid.
Yes, that kids aren't kids. Like, this is outside of football, but I feel like a lot of young kids now experience so many things via social media
Yes, the
and
exposure.
the exposure, to where things start to become the norm, which is
Yes.
it can be a good thing because then you're prepared. But then it becomes a thing where, like, you're playing to be able to be the starting quarterback of one of the most storied programs against one of the other most storied programs and one of the biggest rivals. And it, it's that the attitude,
He's
and
afraid to say what he wants to say because of social media.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
somebody
like
will take his words and twist it, and then it'll turn into some big debate, and he just like, "I'm gonna keep it even kill."
it's just another game. You're like, bro, nah, I want you to
Uh,
tell me, man, we'll
I
rip it. I
That's
hate
right.
them.
I need my quarterback at App State to be like, "We're going down to Georgia Southern, and we're gonna stomp a trench right there in midfield on them, and we're gonna drag them through that for an hour for 4 quarters, and we're not gonna stop until everybody in there knows what happened."
One of my biggest reasons why I was a fan of Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma.
Oh
When he
yeah.
when he went and stamped that flag and that I was like, one, that takes some big kahunas to do that.
Yep.
Two, I'm like, who better than your quarterback to go do that? Like, that's the face of the program for y'all, and he's the one planting the flag. Like,
Yeah.
nah, we own you. Like,
Yeah.
that's
This is my territory now. It's
yeah,
mine. I love
that
it. That
that might
and that
speak for the team.
I hate it for this. It's again, I'm not blaming him. I just think this is now what the players say now. I can't get mad at this kid. He's been conditioned to, you know, everything he does has probably been told by some PR rep,
Right,
Give me that raw
right.
emotion.
Man, everything's PR now. Even what we see on the internet.
Also, Illinois completed their record-sized video board, making it the largest of all college football. I did not know Illinois was even going to be in the running for largest college football board. I just saw this and I said, Oklahoma State is so mad right now. I did not know that we were tapping into the Oklahoma State fan base because they came after us pretty hard about this. And they're like, why did you say that? And I was like, I don't know. I thought Oklahoma State had a giant video board. Then I looked up the top 10 and Oklahoma State's not even in there. I just remember looking at Oklahoma Stadium and be like, Oklahoma State Stadium and be like, that's an awesome scoreboard. I love it. And I just, the internet does internet things. So there you go.
It's a wild place.
It is. Last college football piece of news. The college football playoff management committee meets tomorrow to discuss the potential playoff expansion. Josh Pate hears rumblings of a 20-team playoff with the playing games featuring each Power 4 conference replaces value of lost conference title game revenue. They're all talking about 16 to 24 teams, but the 20 teams has been privately cooking. basically they're trying to figure out how, if they get rid of the conference games, which the conference championship games, which they basically need to do because they're meaningless, because they don't automatically get you into anything. So what's the point of even having them? This is what they've been after for years. And they're
Right.
going to make it a 20-team playoff. So, and it's all about, again, money. They need to replace the revenue, not, hey, we need to make sure this playoff is accurate and gets the right teams in there. We need to replace the money instead of doing the right thing. So I don't know where you're at with that, but I say it all the time. Like, this is so stupid. It's pretty simple. Win your
Play it.
conference. Like,
When you conference, when you, because they complain because they're in a conference with so many good teams, but then it's like I said, I think it should be like what we say, the battle of the bottom. We were talking about this in the chat. We were saying like
the relegation.
yeah, so because the P5 that makes it in, like that's a good team, but then it should almost be like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
playing games. I see what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying the G5 team should have. I'm fine with that. Like, hey, go play a lower tier Power 4 team. If you beat them, you get in the playoff. Great. Then go
yes,
win a couple games.
yes,
And
yes,
I just he said, he goes on to say, I'm not a big fan of removing meaning from teams actually capable of winning a title and manufacturing meaning on games featuring teams that we all know given year won't win the title. So he's saying we don't want to create opportunities or skew the games toward teams that we think and we determine can't win the title because of our numbers and analytics. And I'm like, the best part about football is you can put all those numbers on paper and talk about it for a week. And guess what? Saturday comes, you got to put the pads on and go out there and play. That's
somebody.
the whole. My biggest problem with this whole thing is they are so analytic driven on this stuff that they're saying stupid stuff like this. We're going to determine who can win the title beforehand with numbers, and then not give the teams that we don't deem capable enough chances to actually play the games. So you're
Right,
just eliminating the chance of somebody making a run by saying our numbers and our rankings say these teams don't have what it takes. We're going to put them in this pool, but these teams we think do have what it takes. Even if they lost games, we're looking at their talent and their coaching and their depth. They could win the title. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not how sports work.
right. That's like picking your friends for you because you know that because you believe in them, not because their record or how they did that year
You,
determined it.
you
You
need an
chose
opportunity. Yeah, you need just put the ball, play your conference games, and then wherever you finish in your conference, guess what? I don't care what you think your potential was, what your recruiting rankings were, what your preseason rankings were. When the ball was snapped and you had to play consecutive games against common and consistent opponents, could you do the job? If you can't, then you weren't a good team. Not
mm,
the rankings said you were good, not the preseason said you were good. Who cares?
right. You weren't a
Wins
good
and losses matter.
man. And but they combat with it is that the conferences are so overly stacked and that that determines the records
Yeah,
and people going. They just know. They know just like in basketball, certain fans are going to travel to certain places. Like Indiana,
you're right.
Indiana came down here deep. It's the reason why they put them in that playoff
Yeah,
bracket.
they did.
You know, like they were deep and they were here for like a week. Because when the next time you was ever going to hear about Indiana being
Exactly.
in this type of situation? So they got to take that part out of it as much as it is. I think it's on all levels, but I think I feel like the for the college football playoffs on the D1 level, they're just really taking away from the game by trying to get too technical with the numbers and not
I
just like
Well,
lift the
it's
board.
a bunch of people that are looking at financial numbers, right? And they're
Right.
trying to determine what's the best financial move so that we can, continue to do this. And it's like they're operating this as some sort of like business and stock investment.
Yep.
And everybody who's watching it can see that is plain as day.
Yep.
And we're all sitting here like, I just want a system where you win a lot of games, you should be in a playoff. If you lose a bunch of games at the wrong time, you're out of the playoffs. That's just how sports work. And they're
Right.
trying to take that out of that because they've invested in these teams and these universities, and they want their products to go where they want them to go. I mean, that's why ESPN and SEC have a deal.
And not playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, so
In the Spud Bowl.
that the Idaho, what is that? The Idaho, yeah, it's like the Spud Bowl or something.
Yeah, it's the Spud Bowl. Like,
They're ruining both seasons ruined. So but anyways, that's college football. Golf is the St. Jude Championship this weekend, and Scotty's the favorite, and Jordan Spieth, the only player in the top 70 to make the playoffs without a top 10 finish. And here's your 5-pick parlay to make the top 30. It's Morikawa, Tom Kim, Corey Connors, Sam Burns, Justin Thomas. Bingo. There you go. Fourth quarter performance. This is a hang the banner. Okay? Go get your protein, go get your creatine, go get your BCAAs, go get your super greens. Football's coming. You need to be in shape to watch football. Okay? All those fall weddings are coming up too. That's right.
Rehydrate them kids on the field.
Yes. No cramping, no people passing out.
Tell you, man.
The hang the banner goes to Robin Steiner, who set a new world record for the highest blob jump at 92.5 feet, and the crowd absolutely lost it. You remember this from heavyweights?
Yes.
Dude, this dude jumps off a tower onto the blob, and I'm telling you, the video of this guy, it's like that dude who got thrown by the bison up in the air.
Yes.
That's exactly what this. So this dude gets launched into the next stratosphere. It's awesome.
Congratulations, Robin.
Way to go, Rob. That's it, man. We did it. We talked college football. We talked NFC East. We did it all. I appreciate you coming on, man. That was a lot of fun.
Man, I appreciate you bringing me on, man. I like coming up here and talking sports and just catching up, man. It's good to get after this season with you, especially talking about the Super Bowl champions. Y'all heard it here, 2027.
Man, this is. I thought we were going to make the whole show without that being an issue, but here you go again. It's your year. Go ahead.
It's our year.
Get the text message. Get the tweets out. It's our year. It's
I had to come on here and make sure. Look, I type it in the thread just to make sure everybody's on the same page with me. But I need to make sure. I need to make sure.
I need to get it to J-By so he can get the big board on it.
Hey, Vi know them bills ain't gonna be at the end. He know that.
Look. They're already having stadium problems, uniform problems. They can't get anything right, and the season hasn't even started yet. They're still reeling from him throwing 17 interceptions in the playoffs last year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good week. Enjoy the football tomorrow. And go check out fourthquarterperformance.com. Great stuff on there.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.